Imagine walking down a crowded, dirty street in 19th century London. Suddenly, you hear a deafening explosion. The ground shakes like an earthquake. You look back, expecting to see fire or a collapsed building. Instead, a massive, dark, 15-foot tsunami is rushing straight toward you. But it isn't water. It's boiling, suffocating, dark beer. Welcome to Crimes of the Past, where history isn't written by the heroes, but by corporate greed, unbelievable disasters, and the dark secrets your textbooks erased. Today we investigate the deadly London beer flood of 1814. It's October 1814. The Horse Shoe Brewery in London is booming. To keep up with demand, they built a monster, a wooden fermentation vat so gigantic it held over 1 million litres of dark porter beer. It was held together by massive iron rings, but the owners cut corners on safety. On the afternoon of October 17th, a supervisor noticed one of the giant iron rings had snapped. Did he evacuate the building? Did he sound an alarm? No, he simply wrote a note to fix it later. That was a fatal mistake. An hour later, the pressure became too much. The giant vat exploded. The force was so violent that it destroyed the back wall of the brewery, and a colossal tidal wave of 1.4 million litres of dark porter beer burst into the streets of St. Giles. St. Giles was a slum. Families lived in tiny, fragile basement apartments. They had zero warning. The waves smashed through brick houses like they were made of paper. Mothers and children were swept away, instantly drowning in a terrifying flood of alcohol. The streets turned into a deadly, suffocating river of mud and heavy debris. When the wave finally settled, the rescue effort was a nightmare. Rescuers had to dig through collapsed buildings and toxic fumes to find survivors. 8 people lost their lives that day in one of the most bizarre disasters in history. But the real crime happened in the courtroom. The victims' families sued the brewery, demanding justice for the extreme negligence. But the wealthy brewery owners hired the best lawyers in London. The judge ruled that the explosion was an act of God. The company paid zero compensation to the victims, not a single penny. In fact, the government even gave the brewery a tax refund for the beer they lost. It proves a dark truth about our history. The most dangerous criminals don't always carry weapons. Sometimes they wear expensive suits and own the courthouse.